On numbers 24 through 26, you're finding the value of x. Most of these are using the triangle sum theorem, which simply states that the three angles of a triangle have to add up to be 180 degrees. So on the first one, we're given two of the angles are 63 and 49. So if we add 63 and 49 together, we get 112. And then when we subtract that from the total of 180, we have 68 degrees is what's remaining. So x has to be 68 degrees. Number 25, we're given the two angles are 102 and 19, which add up to be 121 together. And when we subtract that from 180, we see that the remaining angle has to be 59 degrees. So x is 59 degrees. On the third one, we're given one of the angles is 90 degrees, since that's the right angle symbol given. One is 27, and the other one is given as an expression 2x plus 3. So when we find the value of x here, it's not the actual angle measure, it's the value of x that makes that work. So you have lots of options on your equation to set up here. You can use all three angles with the triangle sum theorem that says that the 2x plus 3 plus the 27 plus the 90-degree angle has to equal 180. Your parentheses are not needed around the 2x plus 3 since there's nothing to distribute and there's not an exponent to apply either. So that's one of your equations that you could use. The other one is, since this is a 90-degree angle, we talked about how that means the acute angles of a right triangle have to be complementary, or they have to add up to be 90. So I could do 2x plus 3 plus 27 equals to 90. It's the same thing. If I subtracted 90 from both sides on this equation, I would get to this equation here. So that would also work. You could also figure out what this angle measure has to be using the triangle sum theorem. Adding the 90 and the 27 together, I get 117. Subtracting that from 180 gives me 63 degrees for this angle here, which means the 2x plus 3 has to equal 63. So that's another option for your equation, which again is equivalent to this. If we subtract 27 from both sides, we get 2x plus 3 equals 63. So any of these three equations would work. So solving for x on this easiest one would be subtracting 3 from both sides, giving me 2x equals 60, and then dividing both sides by 2 gives me x equals 30. On these other two, you would simply have to combine your like terms, which are the constants first, and then subtract that from each side before dividing by 2. But x is 30, not 30 degrees. The angle is 63 degrees. The value of x is 30. 30 times 2 is 60, plus 3 is 63.